She's the queen of soul who brought a tear to a president's eye. Who brought down the house here, as she did time and again in a career spanning 6 decades. Aretha Louise Franklin came from Memphis in the South via Detroit, where she moved as a young girl with her family. Gospel music in her father's Baptist church, a school for her voice, a gateway to success. Amazing Grace is still her best-selling album. She took gospel outside the church and made it mainstream. And then she used gospel to make the journey from the pulpit to politics. This was her most famous record, an anthem for feminism and civil rights. Released in the racially charged late 60s, it shot to #1 and became her signature song.
It was kind of, as you say, a woman's anthem, a battle cry, a mantra. But everyone wants respect. Everyone needs respect, from the young to the very old, and in the middle, male, female. We all want respect.
Respect earned her 2 Grammys and a career stacked with awards. She went on to sell more than 70 million records. Her big voice and huge vocal range, which included this cameo in the iconic Blues Brothers film, saw her revered, perhaps the best female vocalist of the post-war era. Her hits had the feel-good factor. Her legendary status saw stars queuing up to work with her. She struggled with her weight for most of her career and at one point lost 40 pounds in a crash diet. But despite her health issues, it was only last year that she announced that she was retiring.
This will be my last year. So I feel very, very enriched and satisfied with respect to where my career came from and where it is now.
She said then that she wanted to spend more time with her grandchildren. Aretha Franklin, from gospel singer to star act at President Obama's inauguration, she embodied the history of the country to which she sang, the soul of America, given unforgettable voice.
Well, joining me now is the singer Patti Boulay. What was Aretha Franklin to you?
Oh, well, I'll tell you what, she's the matriarch of music. Okay, I learned from her not to allow yourself to be kind of stereotyped into a certain style of music, because she even sang Ness and Dorma at the Grammys. I grew up listening to Louis Armstrong, Ella Fitzgerald, Billie Holiday, and then, my goodness, in my teens, there was Aretha Franklin. It was a different voice. To sing her song really made your voice, it's almost like turning your voice from an egg to a big football. She was just amazing. And last year, because of, every time I want to sing soul or R&B, I put on Aretha Franklin. I learned from Aretha Franklin.
I mean, she obviously came from gospel music.
Yes, she did.
And when she exploded onto the scene in the mid-'60s, she was in the middle of the civil rights movement as well.
Yes, she was. But, she went from gospel music to pop music. She wanted to do pop music. And the nice thing about being a gospel singer and then reaching the world with pop music, because she's a pop star in a sense, an R&B star, and you look at her history, you can't help but actually look at gospel. The moment I wake up, before I put on my makeup, I say a little prayer for you. It was the first time someone actually sang in pop music about prayer and then, you know, respect.
But that's what I mean. She had this incredible ability to bring in, you know, prayer and soul and politics.
That's right.
And entertainment all into one place.
Not many people could do it. And that's why she's probably, apparently, the biggest charting artist in the Billboard charts, you know, because she kind of transcended every single genre. And when she sang classical music, I thought, well, that's it. I'm going to emulate this woman.
Do you think there is a technical or biological reason for the actual voice?
Well, you know, her father owned a church when she was growing up, and then she toured with him, singing in different churches. And I tell you, when you sing spiritual songs, it goes deep into your soul. And sometimes when you're praising God, you literally cry. And your voice, when you have that kind of inner thing that comes out, you touch people. Some people just do technical voice training, but that voice that comes from here, and that's where Aretha's voice came from. That's what gets everyone going. Music is the fruit of the soul. And my goodness, did she bring it out.
Kim and Debbie Sledge, they're about to perform live in Grosvenor Square tonight. Thank you so much for taking time out to come onto the programme. What was your fondest memory of Aretha Franklin?
A fondest memory? Well, for me, it is this inner strength that she walked about with, this presence, and you could tell that there was wisdom that she had to give, and I think she gave it through her music. That's one of the ways that she gave, you know, was able to impart that wisdom to others.
Mm-hmm.
And she had that.
She was just a pro. Everything about her. I'm sorry?
So I was going to say, she had that amazing voice, and yet she also, and the voice was always the constant, but she tried out so many different types of music. She started in gospel, she went to soul, to R&B, pop, of course. You're also queens of pop. So what is it about her music that was so particular?
Well, she excelled in everything she did, in every genre that she tried, even acting, and she's a tremendous actress. But I think that one of the things, because she's just a talent, she's just talented, and she gave her real self to what she was doing, and it had to be real for her. And that was, you know, was truth. And that's easy for others to receive.
She lived her music. And that's what I remember from all of her music. Every kind, every genre, of course. She sang it from her heart, she sang it from her soul. You could feel everything that she felt when she sang.
I was thinking about today. You know, there are performers and there are people who impart something to you. You're actually a partaker of what they're giving you, and that was Aretha.
And apparently you're not averse to giving us a few bars of her favourite song, or your favourite song of hers. Can you give us a sampling of Aretha Franklin in honour and memory?
Daydreaming and I'm thinking of you. Daydreaming and I'm thinking of you. Daydreaming and I'm thinking of you. Look at my mind floating away.
He's the kind of guy that was sitting here.
That's all we have time for, I'm afraid. On that wonderful note, Sister Sledge, Kim and Debbie, thank you very much indeed for coming on the programme, and good luck tonight.